Sidney Crosby is the heartbeat of the Penguins.
Sidney Crosby is the ultimate package as a hockey player.
Crosby's in a fight with fans.
Sidney Crosby is breathtaking. You hold your breath almost every time he touches the puck.
Sidney Crosby is so many things.
Sidney is very successful, but not by luck.
Sidney Crosby is a winner.
He wants to win above all else.
Sidney Crosby is a human highlight reel.
Score! Penguins win!
Sidney Crosby is a rock star.
Want to get a picture?
Does it get annoying with all the cameras around?
Look at those things, they're hiked right up there. Setting up for the kill right now.
They said a penguin, they didn't say Sidney Crosby.
Sydney is driven.
Sidney Crosby is determined to be the best hockey player that he can be.
Sidney Crosby is a great hockey player, but more importantly, he's a great person.
Sidney Crosby is a remarkable young man.
Sidney Crosby is Sidney Crosby. There's nothing you can compare it to.
Sidney Crosby is the future of the National Hockey League.
Sidney Crosby is a godsend to Pittsburgh hockey.
Sidney Crosby is going to go down as the best hockey player.
Sidney Crosby is the NHL.
Thank you. My hero.
I think most people look at the city of Pittsburgh, even today, unfortunately, and think that's the steel town. And they think about all the smoke and all the soot and the dirt and all the things that characterized Pittsburgh back when it was the center of the steel industry in the world, really. It's not like that anymore. I mean, we've been in transition really for over 20 years since the mills have really basically shut down. But it's a very beautiful city, the city of the Three Rivers, and I think anybody who comes here for the first time is really struck not only by that beauty, but also by you know, the strength and the vitality of the people here.
If you walk down the street, somebody will say hello to you. They'll shake your hand. They'll help you out if you need directions. You ask them, they'll give them to you. So the people are very friendly.
There's a lot of ethnic neighborhoods, a lot of lunch pail people in the sense, you know, you go to work, you work hard, you do what you're supposed to do, you do the right thing, and, you know, people respect that around here.
I think it's still mentally a blue-collar town, and I think that's why it's known as such a great sports town, because the people are just so wrapped up in what happens here in the teams here, and you've seen that with the Steelers and Pirates for years.
You know, the Pirates really were the focus of most sports interests for a long, long time in this city. And then as the Steelers got good in the 1970s, the interest in that team picked up. And a lot of people here in Pittsburgh didn't really get exposed to hockey until Mario Lemieux came in 1984, and that's when it took off.
He is off, racing in all alone. Lemieux, his first shot on goal, and he scores!
There was a huge wave of kids grabbing hockey sticks and skates and saying to their mom and dad, hey, I want to play hockey. There's this French-Canadian kid that I really like that's playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I want to try this sport.
Mario. Yeah. People were able to kind of open up and include the Penguins besides the Steelers and really become a good hockey town.
You gonna score a hat trick tonight? This is my first game, do it.
I've always been a Penguin fan. I remember back when Mario was playing and they were winning the back-to-back Stanley Cups, and it was incredible.
2 seconds, the Penguins are going to win the Stanley Cup, I believe. Stelio shoots it black. The Penguins have won the Stanley Cup. Oh, Lord Stanley, get me the brandy.
The fact that hockey became a sport that really anyone paid a lot of attention to, and certainly the masses in Pittsburgh, was due to Mario Lemieux.
The bond between the city of Pittsburgh and Mario Lemieux is something every player dreams of. But the Penguins' success didn't last forever. The franchise fell in hard times. Their future in Pittsburgh was in danger. The fans were hungry for the kind of excitement Mario and those Penguins generated. They wanted the glory days back. On July 29, 2005, the Pittsburgh Penguins were one of 30 teams I used to watch on TV. On July 30th, that changed forever.
It's a very, very, very lucky day for our organization, our city, and our fans worldwide. On behalf of Mario Lemieux and the entire ownership group, Pittsburgh Penguins select from Rimouski in the Quebec Major Junior League, Sidney Crosby.
I was anxious to show them they'd made the right choice.
And Crosby can win it.
The NHL was everything I dreamed it would be.
Crosby scores!
Even better, I got to play alongside Mario in his final season. It was an amazing learning experience. I was a sponge, soaking up every ounce of advice he could give me. The expectations people had for my rookie class were pretty high. We were part of a new generation. I worked as hard as I could to help the Penguins turn things around.
And here's Crosby on a breakaway. The game on his stick. Score!
By my second season, we felt like we were making progress. We weren't an easy team to play against anymore.
You know, so Sid the Kid was a guy they drafted, and, you know, if you look at what he's been able to do for that franchise and that city, has been tremendously good at such a young age, just like myself.
Well, you think back when Mario came, he took the team all the way up. Now, I didn't think anybody could be as good or do as much as Mario, but Sidney has really sparked the city.
Well, I think the people from Pittsburgh love Sidney Crosby from the moment they saw him play, and one of the reasons for that is his style of play.
When you watch Sidney Crosby, you realize just how fearless he is. He never gives up on a play. He's always working.
Sid's blue-collar work ethic, stick your nose in there to get the job done. He bonded, and vice versa, with the people here immediately. And they sensed that Sid was real, that he didn't put on any airs. He was what he appeared to be. And that kind of athlete has always appealed to Pittsburgh fans.
By the summer of 2007, we were on the right track. We wanted to keep building momentum, keep getting better. We also wanted to let our fans know we appreciated their support.
You're always looking for ways to reach out to your fans, and we had record season ticket sales this summer, in large part because of Sid and our young team. Just thought it'd be cool if we get some players and go out, randomly select season ticket holders, and just hand deliver their season tickets. So obviously Sid was going to be part of that. He embraced it. And we didn't tell the people that a player was coming. We just said somebody important from the Penguins organization. So these people really had no idea, and they certainly didn't know it was Sid.